sources, you have the iodized salt, 1 teaspoon, contains around 400 micrograms of iodine, and the RDA is only for adults, that's only 150, no? Okay. I'm focusing my examples on the adult, but, or I'm basing my examples on adults, but you have also to remember, no, and to internalize the RDAs of the different nutrients from infancy until or until senility. So, imo gyud i-consider no tilay normal RDA para sa mga bata, infants, children, and included also ang mga geriatric or gerontologic patients. Okay, so going back, sa 1 teaspoon of salt pa lang daan, no, sobra-sobra na imuhang iodine. Kuha na kainin mo ang RDA. Okay, but then remember that salt also contains sodium. Okay, and the minimal, recommended dietary allowance for sodium is only 2,400 milligrams and below. Okay, and then let's go to deficiency and toxicity. If a person is deficient of iodine rather, so iodine deficiency may lead to hypothyroidism, lethargy, and weight gain. So when ang hypothyroidism, it is a condition when the thyroid gland produces minimal or too little na thyroid hormones. Thyroid hormones, yung T3 and the T4. Yung resultaan na niya, hinay ang metabolism. O na magka-lethargy, magka-weight gain, magka-cold intolerance, no? Kung nawunod sa ayo, tako, pero hinay kayo mukhaon, that is a sign of hypothyroidism. Okay. The clinical presentation of iodine deficiency is goiter. Goiter, no, is the enlargement of the thyroid gland. Okay? So, ano siya muli, no, ano na siya conditions na result sa iodine deficiency, hypothyroidism, which may lead to lethargy, weight gain, cold intolerance, and then goiter, that is the clinical presentation of iodine deficiency, and goiter is described as the enlargement of the thyroid gland. Another condition that may result in iodine deficiency is cretinism. Cretinism is a condition which develops in the fetus from iodine deficiency during pregnancy. So, hinay pag ihapon ang development sa fetus with cretinism. So, in cretinism, the child suffers from physical dwarfism. Hinay man yung development. So, mag-dwarf siya, di matubo. Mental retardation, and with thick, pasty skin and protruding abdomen. So, muna siya mahitabo if the child develops cretinism because of iodine deficiency. Iodine will also lead to iodine deficiency may also lead to myxedema. Adults who had problems with low iodine intake throughout their childhood and adolescence will develop this. Okay? So, what about toxicity? Iodine toxicity or chronic excessive intakes of iodine may compromise thyroid function and also contribute to the development of goiter and hypothyroidism. That is, ano man, toxic naman ma, o daghan naman kayo siya intake of iodine, ano magyapong hypothyroidism magyahapon, goiter magyahapon. That is because of the feedback inhibition of thyroid hormone synthesis. Okay? Next, trace mineral, you have selenium. Selenium is a trace element that is essential in small amounts but can be toxic in larger amounts. Humans and animals require selenium for the function of a number of selenium-dependent enzymes, also known as selenoproteins. Okay, so what are the functions of selenium? It is a component of the glutathione peroxidases, which are primarily responsible for reducing peroxide-free radicals that include lipid peroxide formation in cell membranes. So it has also an antioxidant effect, no? It reduces or prevents the effects of vitamin E deficiency. Vitamin E is also a potent antioxidant. So with the help also of selenium, mas ma-potent pag ang pagka-antioxidant sa vitamin E. So it prevents cell death, no? It has a role in prostaglandin synthesis by protecting the oxidative state of lipid intermediates formed during cyclooxygenase reactions, which determines the balance of the end products and whether pro-aggregatory, pro-inflammatory, or anti-aggregatory, anti-inflammatory responses will dominate. Okay, so these are the RDAs of selenium and the dietary sources. So ang highest in the example is the Brazil nuts. 1/4 cup of it contains 1,036 micrograms of selenium. And how much of selenium do we need per day for infants? 15. And for children, around 20 micrograms per day only. For adults, 55 micrograms per day. So by just eating 1/4 cup of Brazil nuts, okay, more than 5 times na, about 10 times, 20 times, no, of your RDA is achieved. Okay, so what will happen if a person has a deficiency of selenium? It will lead to Keshan. It may lead, rather, not necessarily will, hindi man tana, no? It may lead to Keshan disease or Keshan disease. Okay, this is a heart muscle disease believed to be caused by a deficiency of selenium in the diet. It is characterized by heart muscle weakness and cardiomyopathy. Selenium deficiency may also lead to Paschen-Beck disease. This is a disorder of the bone in the joints of the hands and fingers, elbows, knees, and ankles of children and adolescents who slowly develop stiff, deformed joints, shortened limb, short stature because of necrosis of the growth plates of the bones and of the joint cartilage. The disorder is endemic in some areas of eastern Siberia, Korea, China, and Tibet, and is probably because of the environment. It has an environmental origin. That is evidenced by the fact that it occurs in children who move into the endemic areas and children with it who move away get better. Dito silang lugar, bomo na siya, no? Ang magkaroon ng Paschen-Beck disease. Okay, so another effect of selenium deficiency would be muscular weakness, muscle wasting, and cardiomyopathy, pancreatic degeneration, and hemolytic anemia. Toxicity of selenium, on the other hand, especially excessive amounts, more than 750 micrograms per day, will lead to nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of hair and nails, tenderness and swelling of the fingers, a garlic breath odor, fatigue, irritability, skin lesions, tooth damage, and nervous system disturbances. Okay? So, naku ka siyang effect kung kulang, serious ba yung effect kung toxic. That is why we really have to know the RDAs of the different nutrients for us to know how to balance the intake and the utilization of these nutrients. Okay, next trace mineral is cobalt. Cobalt is found only in trace amounts in the body, and its functions, it's a constituent of vitamin B12. It is an essential factor which is necessary for the formation of red blood cells, and it is also essential for normal function of all cells. Okay, the food sources of cobalt includes liver, kidney, oysters, clams, green beef, veal, poultry, restricted to the body's need for vitamin B12, as the body cannot utilize cobalt to synthesize the vitamin. So it is dependent on vitamin B12. The deficiency of cobalt may lead to pernicious anemia. We will discuss pernicious anemia when we are going to discuss vitamin B12 now. And excess of cobalt may lead to polycythemia. Okay, next trace mineral is vanadium or vanadium. Vanadium is a constituent of human tissues. It is involved in the apatite crystal formation of tooth enamel. Hence, it may contribute to resistance to dental decay. So, mura po siya og fluoride, no? The requirement is 0.1 to 0.3 milligrams per day. So, that's it for our minerals or our lecture on minerals. So, later on, I am going to assign to you your activity.